Hey guys, this is Alex. Welcome back to the 18th part of my series called Airbnb v2.0, where we basically recreate the original Airbnb website. By the way, I did say 18, a little bit weird, so sorry about that. But yeah, so in the last tutorial, we finished the footer. As you can see, it looks pretty similar, pretty much the same, except this because I just didn't want to deal with inputs and everything, but you can obviously just write in Google how to style them. And that's as simple as that. And this is select, so don't worry. I mean, it's a select input form. Our site looks pretty much the same, but the one thing that I noticed is that local is now on the same line, so we can Spotify. We can go ahead and move it. Oh, and by the way, I actually recorded this video. And as I was saying, thank you for watching. My cat came, turned off my computer, everything gone. So yeah, that's fun. So what we're gonna be doing this video is we're going to be making it responsive. Now we could have had a responsive first, mobile first approach, but the thing is that I didn't know what elements we were going to put on our site, so I couldn't really use mobile first, because that meant that before we begin, we need to know everything that's going to be on the site. So that just wasn't possible. And I had no idea how it works. So, this is easier. We're now just going to use media queries, and that's it. So it's really simple. And if you remember, when we go to our HTML, you can see that basically everything is in a row, div class row. And that's pretty good, because you can see how everything is basically like in one column. And on top of that, and on top of that, you can see, excuse my yawning, I just got back from school. When we go, because here in our CSS for row, we have a media query, and it's 1000 pixels, because this is the width of 970 pixels, and here we say 1000, so it adds two paddings of 15 pixels on the right and left, which is 30. So 970 plus 30 is 1000 pixels, and that's why the max width is 1000 pixels. So now you can see here the width. If we go to 1000, let me just do that. Let me go before 1000, so you can see that as we start to move in, at 1000 it just stops, and this padding doesn't get any smaller, which is good. Now the first thing we're gonna do, we're going to fix the top nav. We're gonna make it responsive. I'm not gonna make it actually, what is it? Yeah, I'm not gonna make a drop down, just because I don't feel like it. So that's why I'm going to close, and I'm going to be doing everything on my own. Alright, I'm gonna decide how it's gonna look, because that's just how I think it will be easier and faster. So I think that top nav breaks at about 700 pixels. So if you go to 700, you can see how everything looks fine. Maybe even 750. Everything looks fine, right? Yeah, and it is. But as we start to, look at it in a smaller perspective, viewport, things will get so well. They get crowded and everything, cramped all together. That's why we're gonna add a media query for 700 pixels, for 750 pixels for top nav. Now, ideally, when you're creating a website, you want to have your own separate CSS file with all your media queries, or you can also put them in the very bottom of your main CSS. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write under each element the media query, just because I think it'll be easier. But then at the end, you can copy all your media queries and put them like in a separate file or at the bottom of the file. So let's go to top nav. So top nav CSS. Oh, sorry about that. I am a little sick. We're gonna write a media all and max with 750 pixels, and I'm gonna explain what that does. Media is basically how you write media queries. There's nothing to understand about that. All means basically for all types of screens. For example, you can do like media print, and that's only if you're going to print the page that like something's gonna happen. Basically, there are media queries for print just to make it black and white. Most of the times they're like, like make like those irrelevant parts disappear because you don't need them on a piece of paper. But just leave it all because I think it's the best thing to do. And then max width 700 pixels, 750 pixels means that whatever is between these two curly brackets or braces, I don't know what they're called actually, means that, like for example, if you do color red, the color red will be only. Wait, what's happening? Max width 700. Why is it like this? Wait, are all the media queries max media all in? Oh yeah, it's because I don't have a class. But yeah, so basically color red means that it's only going to be color red if the viewport or the page or the screen, whatever you want to call it, is less than or equal to 750, like that. So wait, what? 752, what the hell is shown here? Media element and player main JS. That is something I don't remember using. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so the first thing we're gonna do is I'm not gonna be doing a drop down. I'm just gonna align these elements one on top of each other, so of another. So we're gonna go to not here. So I'm gonna copy this. And I'm gonna put it right here. And we are going to remove this comment because it just makes no sense. Nav search is top of the nav search is part of the top nav. So top nav ul yeah. Actually ULLI. Display block. Alright, but it doesn't seem like they have a lot of styling. And it doesn't really look well, to be honest. Maybe what we can do is just lower the padding, and then, I don't know, let's see. Pixel ULLI, so it's actually margin, not padding. Just a second to turn off my notifications. Margin 0, 15 pixels. Oops. Try this out. So 750 and boom, less, And then we should create a new one at like 630 pixels. So another media query at 630, so media all in max width 630 pixels, and then what should we do? Should we break them or just, I don't know, let's try something. Top nav ULLI display block. Oh god, I'm not a huge fan of that, so let's just try lowering the margin even less to like 5 pixels. No, that's way too little, so like 7.5. I don't know, I guess we can, deal with that, and then when it comes to like 520 pixels, just break them all. So media all and max width 520 pixels, top nav ULLI display block. Yep. And what we're gonna do now is margin 5 pixels row. Okay, let's do 7.5. Let me open my cat because he is locked on the balcony, so he doesn't do like anything anymore. unnecessary things. Let's make them a little bigger, and I also want to say top nav ULLI first of type, margin top 0, and then top nav ULLI last of type, margin bottom 0. Oh my god, did I not turn off my Wi-Fi? No, there we go. Now let's refresh, okay. Oh, there was no row actually for that, so we don't want to say, oh. So I guess we still want to say like 7.5 pixels, I don't know, actually, like this. Because, you know, now there's no padding on the side. Oh wait, what's the padding here? I'm really curious because what was it? I think it was something like, let me see the logo. Top nav, come on. 25 pixels. Well, we can say margin right, 25 pixels. But then I also want to say this like for every single media query. So I think I'm gonna have to start from the beginning. Yeah. So, oh no, wait. Oops. Delete. Yep, there we go. I want to say top nav. I want to see something. What is the last element? Login. Yeah. Okay. So top nav ULLI last of type, margin right, 25 pixels. Now this is what I want to put on every single media query. And that's because margin right 25 pixels gives every single li 25 pixels, and then there's just no point of these. So yeah. Okay, now let's restart from 1,000. So as we're lowering the viewport, not viewport. Here, oh no, it was just laggy. Yep, okay, looks good. Right, 520, where do we break it? Here, yeah, let's break it like at 540. Like at even 550 to be honest. No, 535, okay? 535, and boom. There we go. Okay, I very much realize that looks like absolutely nothing. I don't like it at all, but we can style it. But, you know, you can really make a drop-down navigation. I just don't want to. I have a reason for that, and that's because, yeah. Well, this is why. I don't want, to have to make a drop-down with a drop-down. You know, because when you scroll down, there's a drop-down. Actually, you know what? On the original side, there's no more of that. So you know what? Oh what? Oh no, that's the other version, yeah. But on the other version that we were creating, there was no drop down. So this is what I'm gonna do. Just going to remove this. Let me remove the viewport just to check out something. Okay, which means we no longer need nav search wrapper. So let's go ahead and find nav search. Oops, nav search. search wrapper, top nav, active. Okay, so we're deleting all of this. Let's see if it breaks something. We're gonna remove the cache. Wait, did I? Okay. And then no, it doesn't break anything. Let me open this up. I do have this thing, but it's just not good. I don't really like this. You know, Google Chrome does have it built in, but like, what's the point? Wait, what's this? Low end mobile. Yeah, we really need to work on that. Mid-tier mobile. What's the difference? I don't understand. Offline. What is that? Yeah, it's whatever. I don't use that. So yeah, what was our media? 535. So let's go to 535. Like this, 530. Let's make this bigger, right? 100 pixels. Okay. Let's. By the way, look how the margin is just like. Yeah, that's because we want the margin right to be every single, not just the last one. So margin right, 25 pixels like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna say text align center. No, maybe left. No, I mean right. 17 minutes in the oh my god. I work so slow, guys. Sorry about that. Let's make it bigger. So I'm gonna copy this basically here, and let's say font size equals 16 pixels. Alright. No, do I like this at all? No, I don't. Honestly, I hate it. I know it doesn't look good. But sorry. I mean, it's really easy to do a top navigation. I mean, a drop navigation. It really is simple to do. I just don't think that I wanna like lose time with it. So, you know, I mean, you can find an online tutorial. I even have an online tutorial on my channel on how to do one, so you can go ahead and watch that. You know, to make it, and you can basically just add the CSS of this one, and it'll work just fine. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is the moto. Does it need anything? No. I mean, look, okay, 330 pixels is the minimum that any phone will be. Like, there will be no smaller smartphone, and I guarantee that, especially in 2017. So if it works at 330 pixels, you're fine. Like, less than that, it's just like, you don't need it. Like, even Apple.com supports it only up to like 370 pixels. I just support it up to 330, like, just in case for those who use like the world's smallest phone, and that's probably like, I mean, like whoever uses an old BlackBerry that has internet or whatever. But yeah, otherwise you just don't need you know, a smaller media query. I'm gonna leave this like that, but okay, first thing, this looks terrible. I don't want it to be 16 pixels. I want it to be 14, just like that. And then we're gonna also make this a little bit smaller. And I know that you should be making it bigger, but I think this is way too big for a phone. So I'm here on the modal CSS. I'm gonna say media all and max width. What, I'm not sure yet. So about like 650 pixels. So wait, let me see. At 700 pixels, we're gonna make it a little bit smaller. So, and then we're gonna continue to lower the size, to decrease the size. So, Moto font size 44 pixels. Okay, and then at like 645. Actually, let's make it 42 pixels. Then actually like at 600 and where does this break? At 620 pixels. At media all and max width 620 pixels. Moto font size 36 pixels. And then here it breaks, so I'm gonna make it at like 470 pixels. Media all and max width 470, yeah, 70 pixels. And also always like round it up to like the higher number, not the lower, just in case, you know. Font size 30 pixels. And that's the smallest we're gonna get. Yep, looks good. Okay. And the next thing is this thing that I absolutely hate and I just detest. Working with forms and input sources, you know, to make them responsive, especially. So let's see where that breaks. Oops. This breaks at 1030 pixels, 1020 pixels. So on the bottom of the search bar, we're gonna say at media all and max width at 1020 pixels. Okay, let's see how this is first made. So form input. Okay, search bar wrapper. Let me check out the CSS now. Okay, I understand how it works now. So wait, hold on a second. I want to see the wrapper first. Okay. So basically, we define the height only here, here, and only here. Oops, nope. With 650 pixels. Wait, 1020. And then I want to center it. But let's say like, wait, does it have already position relative? Position, bang, you know, well actually we can say margin is route, I think. So margin is route. That will not work. Position relative. Oops. Okay, so that will not work. And as I said, I hate working with those. One thing that might work. text align center. Yeah, that worked. Oh no, no. That it looks even uglier because look at this. Like, oh, what shall we do? Okay. I think we only have one solution. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this. Okay, and we're just always going to keep it 100% of the width. I think that's really our only solution. So we can do calc 100 viewport width minus the width of this, so minus 200 pixels, and minus 202 because of the pattern, and minus 220, minus 230. I don't know what the padding is, so I'm just guessing basically. 240. Oh my god, come on. Oh, actually, we need to go like at 300 actually because we have, 30 here. Okay, so let's do 290. 280. 270. Okay, it breaks here. So let's do 275. Okay, 276. 277. 278. Oh, I think that might be it. Yeah. 277.5. Will that work? I'm just curious, basically. No. What about 0.9? No. Wait. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because I think it was like something like 16 pixels or 17. I'm not sure. No, it's... Okay, whatever. What? Oh, yeah, because you don't have pixels. Okay, now basically watch this as we resize. Even when it breaks, it gets back up there. And I think at like 600 pixels, I think I want to make actually at 630 pixels. No, even like at 700 pixels. I want to make, no, even like, I mean, that just looks weird, like 730 pixels. At 730 pixels, I want to make this smaller, the search bar, the submit button. So, media all and max width 730 pixels. Now let's copy this. Let's give it a width of 120 pixels. That's a little bit small, so let's do like 130. Yeah, that looks fine. No, 140. 150, fine. There we go. So minus 50 pixels. We are going to just CSS browse. No, not the email. Come on. I do this every time. Documents. Get text files. CSS browser support. And then we need to do calc, WebKit, and mouse. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. So, width, WebKit, calc, 100 viewport width, minus 278 pixels. Width, mouse, calc, 100 viewport width, minus 278 pixels. Okay, now let's basically copy that. and 278. So we're gonna do 328 because that's plus 50. 278 plus 50 is 328. Oh no, actually, I kind of messed up. So wait, why is this here? What you wanna do is do 228. Okay, so let's check this out. Oops. Okay, it gets smaller. It breaks, but that's just because, the refresh rate of the browser is like really slow. But don't worry, it won't break like that. And then it gets smaller and smaller. Wait, now I want to do one, maybe last one, I guess, at like 550. So, media all and max width 550 pixels. And then copy both of these. We're gonna make it 120 pixels. And then we're gonna do 28, 208, 208. Okay, get smaller, 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 and let's actually let me see. I think I'm like this point where it's basically like impossible to write anymore. Like you write like two words and then you basically have to like move. What we can do is wait. Let me see. What was that again? 480. So media all and max width 480 pixels. And this is very important. Oops. With 100%. And then 100%. And we're also going to have to say display block. Maybe we should put the width after. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but still. Oh, but that stupid penny. Okay, calc 100% minus like 38 pixels. Oh, that was submit. No, wrong thing. Why submit before text? I don't know. Calc 100% minus like 28 pixels. 38. 48. Oh, but there's no border right. I keep forgetting. Border right, 1 pixel solid. CCC. So. Let's zoom in. Looks good. Okay, and now if you want to be even like more pixel perfect, this is what we're going to do, right? So, CSS browser, there we go, and I want to see border radius. Border radius. WebKit and mouse. This is very annoying. So border radius, bottom left 0. Okay, and then border radius, bottom right 0. Okay, and you can see how it gets even. Now we need to do the top here. So border radius top right 0. Okay, good. That looks way better. But we need to do WebKit and Moz now. So WebKit. Oh my god. I thought I copied it, but I guess not. And then Moz. And then copy this. WebKit. And then Moz. And then this. WebKit and Moz. WebKit. Finally Moz. And let's see what we have border radius. Yep. I don't know. I think I'm gonna like leave this for like this is gonna be it for this tutorial. It's like 35 minutes, which is way too long. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one when we finish the whole website, and then we're gonna have a final one where we review and add the finishing touches. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.